Hello, everybody. Welcome to Valheim Slow and Easy. It's me, Hank. We're playing Valheim Slow and Easy. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's episode 43. 99.7% confident about that one. We're here waking up in our bedroom. Gonna set off on some more adventures. In the last episode, we were getting into the Mistlands, really just carefully probing its outer barriers and its mysterious boundaries, which is a gigantic curtain of mist, similar to how I am when trying to socialize. So that's been a real intense adventure part of the game, and we haven't even gotten deep in it, you know? We're just the guys on the castle crawl. Do you ever see the movie Crawl, where they walk up the side of the mountain, and then they figure out a way in, and they got the guys that go, and then they, I hope that sound wasn't too bad. I was about to go full-throated on that, but I backed off and still managed to make it uncomfortable for everybody. That's why I'm lingering on it, because that's how you ruin. Okay, we're just on the walls of the castle crawl, and we still have to get into the deep part of the Mistlands. Speaking of mist, this is, I guess I'd call this Fogland around here today. This is a pretty misty, foggy time. Yeah, just to give you a sense, we'll zoom out a bit. And the Mistlands are up and away. I don't know where there you go, right up here. Yeah, got kind of this purplish, slight pinkish purplish look to it. These GRs are, the GR is supposed to stand for something. I don't remember what, but yeah, anyway, got a base up here. Gonna have to rename the thing, I think. Yeah, so we got a little bit of work to do. I have played since, just so you know. I did step out. I did use my hall pass, honey. I'll tell you all about it. I did a bunch of stone gathering in the plains. Got a little carried away. I find the repetitive ka-chink, ka-chink. It gets really old, but also I think it's autistic stimming. Let's just call it what it is. It's me doing repetitive behaviors, because I do find myself feeling a sense of kind of listless focus. In other words, a slight calming of the rocky wave machine in my brain. And boy, that really works. It works pretty nice. So I get carried away. We're going to head over there. I think what we're going to do in this episode is do some stone stuff like I just described. I'm going to rip out a thing. I've already done some prep on it. And then probably back to the Mistlands. I also did go back there, kind of just hovered about awkwardly, like visiting a nightclub during the daytime. Just sort of watch the hares run back and forth and see how they sort of do stuff. I lit a couple of fires, just like you do with... okay, let's not finish that sentence. But look at all the stone. Look at all that stone. Isn't that awesome? I got a whole cart full of stone staged up over there, because we need all that stone for the for Terrace Mania, which I might call Patio Party. I've decided to... I usually kind of think of myself as a creative wordsmith who can come up with good turns of phrase with some adeptness, with a plum, you might say, and a plum, the fruit as well. But I don't know why I'm struggling so hard with over there. But patio party is pretty fun. Doesn't that sound like fun? Wouldn't you like to go to a party on a patio? It sounds better than going to a party on a platypus, right? So, but that whole project's going to require a ton of stone. Before we get going, I redid this little corner. This fucking deer need to shut the goddamn hell up. Okay, I'm trying to show my friends my new little thing. There he is. How dare you? I'm having social time with my buddies on YouTube. You need to... I think I saw one way deep. Oh, just shooting into the cloud, hoping that you hit a deer. Just like Zeus when he's drunk. Show yourself. Show yourself. I swear, if there's a mod... Maybe there's a mod. Honestly. Deer don't even make that noise. They go... And I'm basing that on the film Tommy Boy, starring David Spade. What if people like that movie because they're David Spade fans? That's kind of fucked up, isn't it? Okay. So, yeah, I had these two chests were a little awkwardly angled, and I don't know. I just didn't really quite like it. I'm not still super committed to this little front piece in the middle. This I don't know what you want to call it. That was in. They're harmonizing now. I'm not gonna. Oh my God! Look at all of them. I'll teach you to sing. Only one of them was smart enough to make for the hills. Better get out of here. How did I not see those three? Yeah, you better tell the rest of them the infinite amount of spawnable barking deers. But what I did is I super carefully, painstakingly put this wood down, and then I even put a little light below it. You see how there's two lights here now? That's kind of fun, isn't it? I had put a whole bunch of wisp lights around here because I did a bunch of sorting with these two chests. Still not quite got them totally figured out. They're just kind of dump chests, but this one is like wolves and mistlands stuff. Not sure why I necessarily decided that. And just making sure my mustache, where I just shaved it off, wasn't bleeding. It wasn't. It was fine. I still have to shave off what's left of my beard. I wish the torture. The three options are your beard doesn't fall out, your beard does fall out, or your beard partially falls out. And I got option 3. Thanks. What a joke. So it's almost all the way gone, which just makes it even worse. Can we please bespoil the entire grasslands? I don't want to have to mow this grassland. Mowing lawns. Don't get me started on lawns. I think lawns are oppression. No, but the alternatives to lawns are so much better and smarter, which is, of course, why we don't do them in this idiot country. Anyway, I told you not to get me started. Lots of stone. I like this bit a little bit better. I still am feeling the creep of the portals, as you can see. They're just more and more growing every time I try something. So I think I need a portal station up here that is like the bases. So like resources at the bottom, or maybe resources at the top. And then bases at the bottom. Because I have Lil Base, I have Plains Base, I have Plains Farm, I have Tarstone now. That's this one here, which is, yeah, let's just go in there now here. That's Tar 1, actually. Hold on. Before we do, we have some bone mass. Bread, yeah, okay. Alright, sure. Alright, off we go. So you'll see how much I've prepped this quarry. I had first thought pick this spot because I'm kind of curious about harvesting all the stone on this mountainside. Like, look at all that stone. It'll just come tumbling down, and just pick it all up and take it home and make decorations. And I found these like 3 kind of stony outcroppings here, which I think is pretty fun. And then there was a couple others that I've already cleared. I think one of them somewhere, maybe. I don't know. I did clear. Yeah, one of them's cleared up down there. You remember? Was this wind really loud? One of them is, we cleared the giant tower that was over there. And then I just turned into my little mole rat DNA, went epigenetic on me. Is that how you just, I don't know, started working. And I just started carving in my infinite greed to maximize yield. I just started going around everything. How's my health? I think I could survive this fall. That's a light, that was a good little slide. So I just started clearing. Oh, look, there's a big old chunk of that. Sometimes I think that's bubble gum. Yeah, I just started digging around each one, not really digging through them. Oh, we still have our farm testing. I still haven't done that yet. Been editing a bunch of the videos the last like 10 or so episodes. Sorry for the delay in posting. This is a really nice break for me to justify playing a video game and actually taking a break from some of my other efforts. I'll probably get into a bit of that in a little while, if I remember. Yeah, so I get into my neurodivergent stimming mode, and I just start. Look, I can easily let's just carve out this bit here. It's been kind of fun. Sometimes they come down and attack you without you realizing it, which is exactly as it is being neurodivergent. And then you know, social dysregulation. Oh, this is like childhood. Why am I so weird? How come I have no friends? Don't worry about it, buddy. You'll figure it out in your 40s. You'll try to make a career out of it in your late 20s. I am still trying to make a career out of it, let's be honest. That's literally the only thing I can do. Like, it's like my bet that I'm making about my own, like, online output and my own stuff, even though I do it so imperfectly and so inconsistently, is basically a bet on my personality. That's what a stand-up comedian is betting. That's what a podcaster's betting. I'd say writer, that sort of creative communicator category of that, following that impulse. Mark Twain, for instance, he was one of the good ones. Got lucky, got to be rich and famous before he died. Unlike Herman Melville, fucking guy died poor, struggling. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, damn, this whale book's fucking good. Let's buy it. And then somebody else got to buy Nintendos with his riches. Nobody gets to buy Nintendos in heaven. What if that guy went to whale heaven? Okay, I'm in a weird mood. What am I saying about? Oh yeah, so like the bet I'm making about like doing content and putting stuff out there and maybe getting paid to do editing for people, which I find to be both agonizing in the acquisition and in the delivery. Although I do want to work with other people on cool projects. I need to finish my other big huge project, which is like just this giant weight. It's this giant fucking. It's like having a goiter, but like my body is like over 50% goiter is how it feels to be working on the big documentary and trying to get people to support it. Anyway, let me just wrap up this thought. Oh, we got some bugs. Hold on. But the sort of gist of the thought I'm having is like, I'm unemployable for a variety of reasons. My wrists are fucked up. I do think like eventually I can probably get some health care, and I'm maybe surgeries or some sort of thing to bring the cartilage, something. There's probably therapies. I'm not saying like I've fully eliminated the possibility, and I've been not doing a good job about seeking health care for it. It's just very daunting and overwhelming to even think about. I'm able to get through my day, but I still struggle. I've been having to wear a brace sleeping at night because it's been hurting, been moving stuff around a bunch. And so that cuts out possibilities of various jobs. Not that you can't get a job pointing or doing or tour guide, you know, like it's not saying that that's the only reason. And then there's the autism and the kind of gigantic gaps in my resume and my awkwardness. And most of the work I've gotten is through people that know me, because they know I can deliver phenomenal video editing at a low price. I might be doing a little animation stuff for somebody, and I do have this other smaller kind of thing I'm doing for this other documentary, which I'm excited to share about one of these days. So, but I got to figure out a way to, oh look, there's another rock. Look at this. This is a huge quarry, man. Just colonizer, resource extractor brain. Like, we found more resources. Oh, tiny ho. I'll buy another vase for the wife. Ship the teeth back to England. They used to eat mummy bodies. They would have parties in the 1800s, and they would have stolen mummies from Egypt and shit. And they would like, I'm not making that up. Look it up. Look up Victorian era mummy eating parties. Like, and we're supposed to like uphold the legacy, the people that did that kind of stuff, the culture that produced that. Yeah. So I guess obviously I haven't podcasted a bit. I just need to get this shit off my head. But yeah, I just like I'm really I have such a mix of low confidence and high confidence in some of the things that I'm doing, and it's just you do it online, and so you kind of have to let it loose. And I think when I'm being my most authentic, I'm pretty okay, and then also I get in my own way. And so I might be posting on TikTok. That's something I've been gearing up to do. I actually think I'll probably, because my brain thinks in like 4-minute bursts. Like it thinks in like little essays and little, I don't know if I'm technically there, but it's called Gestalt process. Oh, fucking, I just had a whole essay of pain. How dare you? How dare you? If I backed up off the cliff and died. Mosquito bite. Bang! Yeah. Let me shoot your husband over there. Take that, husband! Oh, husband moved. They should call them husband-skeetos. It's called Gestalt processing, where you don't necessarily, I don't know. I'm not even, I think there's a range of intensity for that, but, so I'm betting on myself, which is rough when you don't really like yourself all that much, even though you also don't hate, I don't hate, there's times where I wish I didn't exist. That's a very frequent feeling. Just like, ugh, I have to deal with this. Why couldn't contraception be more available in the late 70s? What's with this reproduce bullshit? Like, haha, good one, you got me. It's like being on Hot Ones, except for 80 years, you just feel anxiety. That's the, if you don't know what Hot Ones is, I occasionally go through phases where I watch like 2 of them and then I forget about it. That's where they eat the hot peppers, the hot sauce, and interview with the bald guy. Kind of bland interviews, but it's sort of the point. And it's just kind of funny to see that like almost everybody just goes somewhat nuts in the last third of the episode. I watched Jesse Pinkman and I clicked on Elijah Wood. Didn't watch that one yet, but it's in the history. Okay, so this is one. Look at all this stuff I'm running around here. Look at all this carving. We got all these rocks to dig out. I think it's really cool to see it like this. I kind of enjoy the artistic bit. That's a bit of what the impulse that I'm going for. So this one I dug out and left the top. And my hope is that by digging all the way around, you make up for that work, both in yield, but also in chopping through the bottom of the piece. You don't actually have to destroy all of it. Trying to find that moment where it all comes collapsing down. The tipping point. The critical mass. And so we're going to do that. We're going to do that in this episode. I wanted to give you a little run of the land. Like, look at this. Isn't this cool now? This was just like this beautiful little plain. And now it's a desecrated landscape that will forever be harmed and ruined. And it's wonderful. So yeah, there's like 7, 8, 9 of these things, and there's more hidden underneath. This one's got a twofer. There's two big instances, corpuscles. I don't know what we're calling those things. Risky jump, kinda. And I've also played around a little bit with climbing up. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think you might have seen me do this one up here. And in this whole adventure, or let's not call it adventure, tedious digging out of this area, I have been hunted by wolves. Twice. That you didn't get to see. Which I'm sorry about. But I've climbed up a bit and hoping to see drakes. And try to get their attention to bring them down to fight the Fullings. Because they fly and will be very funny to watch them battle the Fullings. Although I guess the Death Skeetos could probably take them out because they're also aerial combat guys. And I know I'm a little all over the place. I'll settle in. Don't worry. It was my first episode of the day. This is like, it's like a circus that's just fractally folding in on itself, and it spits out a clown tent, and then it spits out a tent of baseball bats that you swing at. Throwing baseball balls at hanging paint cans. I could have come up with. See that little weird thingy I'm right on the middle of there? That's a cave. That's a cave. I even wrote cave. Found that. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's a drake just popped up. So, yeah, I want to. Well, maybe it's close enough. I usually try to shoot at him with arrows, but you got to shoot it close with an arrow. You don't want to hit it. If you're trying to kite it down. So let's see if he gets mad. Like you're gonna just like zing it past him. But they got those wings, so the hitbox is a bit goofy. Come on. Did you get mad? Well, we're already up here, so let's just go look at the cave a little. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay, we're good. Yeah, look at this. So this will be another fun adventure spot. I'm out of stamina. Going. Oh crap. We've got an angry Drake. Let's head down. Let's hope he doesn't like send us flinging with a shot or something, but awesome. This will be fun. Yeah, so that's a cool spot. That's where you can get like crystals or that they use to make windows. And the red jute fabric and the, you know, that's where the Fenrings live and the cultists worship and stuff. So that's kind of cool. So I'm just really curious here to see. Are those guys skeletons? I don't necessarily need to bother with them. Oh shit! Bastard. Oh god, nice shot. Got him. Was that a did he aim? I want to see him fight the Fullings. That's like my... Oh, this is great. Dude, no, not now. Not now. Okay, but I don't want... I need to protect the Drake by killing off the mosquitoes. Alright, come on. Let's go find some Fullings for you to battle. It's like tricking a new friend into... Yeah, this is a safe river. Get in the vader tube there, dummy. Oh yeah, you. So now, come on. Let's go epic battle. Oh. Not me. Don't epic battle me. It will not be epic. It will be deeply one-sided. So what am I saying anyway? What thoughts have I left dangling? All right, help. Come back up. We got some skeletons. There we go. There we go. He's going after him. Yes. Yes. How much damage did that do? Half, unless I did that. Get him. Then he's going to shoot those, and he's cold. Ah. Got him. Frozen by an ice dragon and then stabbed right in the back by a land dragon. An alpha dragon. I'm an alpha. Ugh. I'm alpha. Ugh. Fucking losers. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Don't be attacking my... I kind of want to keep the spawns of the giant dog things in case wolves attack. So the two wolf attacks were around here. I did make it to one spot where I was able to, like... Oh, what? Oh, the thing is up there now. This thing's got a mind of its own. There it is. So is he shooting at a Fulling? Yes. That is so entertaining. Look at him. He just freezes their little butts. Little green frozen butt, like a bag of avocados. I meant to say Brussels sprouts. You guys are a little aggressive. Better hope I don't have a ice... Oh, shit. That fucked me up. Hey, that wasn't fair. The second wolf attack was real dicey, though. I did have to use some powers and... Now, so I guess the spear dudes could probably hit the Drake. I see him running over there. I think they're laughing because they're listening to my podcast. They all have little earbuds in, little green earbuds in. It's a laugh out loud kind of type of podcast. Oh, what the fuck? Again? I didn't realize that there was a path from this side. I was vulnerable. Go ahead. Yeah, that's right. Well, I think my ice dragon died somehow. I think these guys might have got him. There was a bunch of them. They did have... And they do pause. They do take a... They do stand still up in the sky up there. I guess they fly still. You wouldn't say stand still, would you? All right. There we go. Oh, geez. Level 1. That's dangerous. One of those dudes catching you without realizing it, you're done. Got him. Got him. And I'm not eating healthy. So, got a lot of stuff I got to fix in the kitchen. A whole inventory type of deal, you know, with better boxes. Things are getting pretty packed and full. So I want to switch out a lot of the iron chests for black metal chests, which is a nice upgrade because that's a level 1, isn't it? Aggression usually pays off with these guys. Yeah, so the nice thing about that is we'll get iron back and fine wood. Because black metal chests don't use fine wood, which is great. So, good stuff. Looks like they messed up my... Here, let's do... Not really sure what good these... Oh, I don't have enough wood currently. I hear the mournful, sorrowful sound of a wolf. Maybe they're not sorrowful. Maybe that's just how they are. Maybe that's just... Maybe he's saying, feeling great right now. Grateful. Loving life. And we go, oh, he's so sorrowful. Maybe he's saying, this isn't sorrow. Sorry, it's not sorrow. There's times where I think to myself, God, I don't want to fucking post on anything on TikTok. What am I, crazy? What am I, a weird idiot? What kind of torture am I signing up for? This is just pure madness. But I've done it before. And I had a lot of fun. And I've been posting on the internet since the fucking internet. I keep feeling like my chin is getting wet. Like I'm on the set of some sort of Hollywood film. Let's just try that. It's really tempting to just kill everything I see. So, okay. We're gonna go get rested. We've got a lot of metal here, as you'll see. That's good. We'll be hauling that one of these days. Grab my stuff that we'll bring back. Leave, yeah, all right, whatever. 3.2. Everything's recording. Knobs are down. Knobs are up. Spirits are lifted. Spirits are depressed. I can't figure it out. Caffeine fixes both of those. Yeah, what am I even getting at? Oh, the TikTok. Yeah, so I, for a while, I had Wicklock, which you're probably already going, how do you spell that? What the fuck? It's W-I-K-L-O-K, but it's not my name anymore on TikTok. And I would say that's for winners and losers, W-L, Wicklock on TikTok. But it's not Wicklock on TikTok. It's just Wicklock. Like I had to explain it. And one of my naming rules, and I think this is good advice, and you should follow it, if you're coming up with the name of your Substack or the name of your art shop that you're going to open in downtown, wouldn't it be nice if we could just be like, I'm a local artist, I don't do online shit. I see artists on the social medias sometimes scrolling, you know, and this isn't all of them, and I fully agree with it. I don't mean to call it bitching, but like the whole thing of like being an online marketer as an artist, like paintings and drawings and shit and other stuff. For God's sakes, I tried to do it with woodworking. And I really want to still build videos, but they have to do process videos. They have to show them making it and then market it and have viral videos and little reveals and play the goddamn algorithm. And I've seen some people just go on rants, which I 100% agree with, that I just want to make my fucking art. I don't want to have to be a marketer and a salesperson and a shipping clerk and a da-da-da. And I don't want to make goddamn videos and I don't want... And I'm totally there, man. Even though I'm a video editor. And a very good one, by the way. But I'm a good one because I have been hiding from overwhelming mental distress for the last 15 to 20 years. And it plays nicely with my hyper brain. So I got good at... But the thing I really love about video editing, and it's not that I like video editing, honestly, it's kind of a nightmare. Sitting here in a fucking chair. I like the storytelling. I like the part where you're done with it and you go, that's a story. There's an interesting, I'm really into that. Jesus Christ. Why is my chin getting wet? I'm not drooling. I think I'm sweating a little and I'm rubbing it on this thing. I think that's what's happening. Okay, all right, so yeah, let's go chop down a bunch of rock, then we'll move on with this weird, messy show. We'll definitely do some Mistlands in the next episode, no doubt, or at least like coming up in this stretch of recording today. So I hope I didn't overpromise or something, but that's the nature of the game, is you get distracted, you get, you know, it's slow and easy, not called With a Plan. Valheim with maximum efficiency and good planning. You should plan to kiss my butt. What was I saying? TikTok on Wicklock. So the naming thing, my rule. I've been doing this for a long time. I have not always followed the rule. And I think you can break the rule occasionally, but you'll see it in other things too. So the number one thing is you shouldn't name your flower shop or your Substack or your podcast or your video channel or whatever the hell with words that you have to explain. Suck Professor is on the right side, but it's a little bit close because Professor's not... Or spell. You shouldn't have to explain it or spell it. Explain how to spell it. It should be something you need to hear once. A person needs to hear once, and then they're able to repeat it back and know what they need to do to go find it. Right? So if there's wordplay, if there's puns, again, you can break those rules, but you gotta justify the breaking of the rule with like, oh, this is just such a great pun, or this isn't confusing. Winners and losers doesn't really take explanation. Was I see the dude standing up there? No, I saw something else. Bum Rush Industries. Now, you might not, it might be definitionally a little vague, which is okay, but just hearing that word, if you overheard somebody say it, would you have a hard time being like, what? So it doesn't require, my friend hosts a podcast called Knowledge Fight. He actually told me he thinks it's not a good name. I'm like, dude, it's a great name. And it's a really big podcast. It's like, what are you bitching about? It's a great name, but you don't need to, you just need to hear that once. It doesn't necessarily say what it is, but it's a good name. What the hell? Why didn't he swing in the hard swing? Does he not? Oh, I guess he, okay. So let's see if I just keep whacking at this. Oh yeah, I got to get the bottom side over here. Already wasting time. And same with your social media channels or accounts or whatever the heck. Like having an underscore in your name, sometimes, you know, it's not ideal, but people are used to that. And it's not the biggest tragedy. You'll see channels or shows or whatever with names that are just terrible and they do really well. So this isn't But I think it's still decent advice. And I had Wicklock, which I didn't like. And then I want to do sort of a comedy thing with TikTok. I've not been having as much fun as I should be having coming out of the comedy world. It's supposed to be fun being in the comedy realm. I kind of can't help myself. It's cringy when it fails, but when people like it, it's kind of cool. And so I sort of want to do this, change my TikTok name to something that's a little easier to pick up. But I have all these ideas about economics and the jobs that we have and communicate. If you listen to Winners and Losers, you've been hearing me yell and scream about it for years and years, imperfectly and inconsistently in production and consistency and shit. And so I sort of want to take this brash, bold, and you really, even as a comedian, it's risky, but there's no doing that with pure sincerity, like with seriousness. But I want to tell people that I'm the next Karl Marx. I'm Hanks. Like an update. Not that I think I'm better. The guy was obviously super brilliant. He was probably autistic. I would just, my guess. Just seems like anybody who thinks in that sort of, not that only autistic people think like that, but that level of obsession and detail generally. Again, the world is more complex than that. But sometimes I wonder too if it's like these high spots are still sort of supporting, because this thing is floating now. It would make a cool base though, wouldn't it? You know? And so I sort of want to, like, as a comedian though, put my stuff forward. And while the subtext or the undertext is, I don't know what they say, is that I do believe that I'm right with my shit, because I'm not thinking it's bullshit, but I think that there's like, we need like you know how the Dalai Lama is another guy? That's all bullshit. But there's a lot of crazy shit happening right now with the Dalai Lama, by the way, because he's getting old, and like there's a whole thing with like the Chinese government approving it, and the next one, and like how do they pick, and like were they going to abandon the old way of choosing? And I don't know. I just saw one TikTok about it, so here I am spreading rumors. But I sort of feel like it might be a fun angle, and also to get people to tell me I'm wrong, mostly to like to get people to explain these concepts. It's really just an angle on like trying to find, because I was saying this in a previous episode a few ago about looking for different paths up the mountain, different ways of exploring these topics that are not so rooted in the familiar and the things that we're already mad at each other about and the words that are already scary. Come on, drop. This might be it. Oh. I could figure out the rhyme or reason to why these things take their huge splits. Like, is it overall space below? Honestly, it's probably easier if I... Okay, we got a lot of rocks here. And I have the name Hank, which plural is Hanks. I mean, that right there, right? That right there is perfect. But H-A-N-K-S, no. And so I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'll go Hanksism. That's kind of fun. But Hank, H-A-N-K-S-I-S-M, and I typed it in there. I'd been mulling this over for like a year or two, but I typed it in, and it was available. And then I took a minute, and I was like, well, what about H-A-N-X-ism? The X is such a power letter. Even one of the few things Elon Musk is right about. Not that I think he's in any way worth recognizing, but the letter X is a top 4 letters. Easy. If not the top letter in terms of its cool factor. The Extreme Games. Wormhole Extreme. Stargate SG-1 reference for you cool people. It just has a quality to it that other letters don't. Undeniable. So Hanks with ism with an X. The problem is both of these require spelling and explaining. They break my rule. But I think this is a fair case example for... Oh, I meant to get wood. God damn it. Fortunately, I can just steal some from these bushes. But it's not enough. It's never enough. Nature gives, and man takes. It's natural. I have a whole thing about corporate mortality that I want to, like, share about. I have a thing called lily pad theory. I have other little turns of phrase and stuff. And I'll be like a stupid guy who is trying to help people understand these things. Fundamentally, the project of it is, this is why your boss is a piece of shit. This is why your job sucks. Why bosses suck is essentially the whole deal of Hanksism. See? Aren't you already a little bit interested? Everybody who's ever had a job will want to know more. Guaranteed. Pay me. And, you know, I literally went to school for, like, management, manufacturing operations, supply chain management. Like, I have genuine education in this stuff, too. Not the specific stuff precisely, but, like, it attracted me because it was the most systems-y sort of part of the business school that I went to, and I just was kind of blinded. I was all mess in college. I've been a mess since I was a baby. So I committed like a fool to HANKSISM. And TikTok only lets you change your name for every 30 days. You can change your username every 7 days or something like that, but that's like your account name. And I'm like, you know, Hanksism with HANKSIS. And I was like, it is terrible. And I checked with a few people I know. Believe it or not, I actually do know a few people. And especially these people were women in their early 30s. And they gave me some feedback. Which oh, there it go. Well, that was that side at least. I very much appreciated and highlight and value more than my own, because I don't trust myself. I mean, I do have high confidence with some of this shit, but, you know, I was really like, I need to know what they think. This is so much better than my idiot. You know, I need seeing eye humans. And the consensus was very clear. No, the X one is better. Hanksism with the X. There it goes. Nice. See, look at that. Isn't that fun? How much fun is that? And so I we'll leave some of the wood up. That'll look like this way when it's all abandoned. It'll look like a haunting ghost, a mutilated shell of what was once beautiful and natural. And I immediately regretted, because I kind of got like the firm responses, but right after I committed to doing it the wrong way, like just like a moron. I just was like, I gotta get it, and then I had to wait 30 days, and it's been 30 days, and I go back to it and I say, all right, time to change. My destiny awaits. I'm going to be interviewed by Terry Gross. Okay. Amy Goodman is going to text me and say, come on my show. You're a sensation. We hear that you're selling poop stools on TikTok. And I'd say, yes, Amy. I'll bring you one for free. Already tested it out. So my destiny was before me. You know, because you only need 2 or 3 TikToks and then you make millions of dollars. No, I'm so desperate. But I type it in and it's taken. Someone else has Hanksism. I'm like, shit. I didn't even look it up before. But I'm also like, did someone like know that I searched it? And now they squatted it. So I was able to, you can look at when like a person's first video is posted or something. And so this account, it's just some girl and she started it in 2024 and there's one video and no, like just like a dead channel. It's just fine. It's her, you know, she gets to do whatever. It's the, you know, you claim the thing. Not everybody gets to name the moon. And, kind of annoying. But whatever. It's fine. Just gotta roll with it. Can't let it get you mad or anything. And so, yeah, all these are like a total waste here. We'll tear those out. That'll be fun in the first episode. Oh, look, there's the wisp. So what I came up with, I brainstormed, and I decided to try Hanksisms with an S at the end. Could have done Z, I guess, but that'd be even more. So now I type it in, and it goes, boop, available. So I changed it to Hanksisms. Now I just have to work up the gumption. And that's fine, because it covers the sort of 2 big areas I sort of want to get into are autism and Hanksism, which is obviously an outgrowth of my autism. And it also covers like the plurality of the isms. Isms is a generic enough concept that, you know, we all know the isms and stuff, and maybe people have different lists of isms in their ism storage. It could mean all kinds of different stuff. So even though it does violate my rule, you'll see it, HANX isms. I think that's a good violation of the rule. I think that's a good exception. I still think the rules are good. The naming rules, which is you shouldn't have to explain it, and you shouldn't have to spell it, and it should be overhearable. Someone hears strangers saying it, you want to know that they said the Joe Rogan experience. Those are words everybody knows. Nowadays they do anyway. And I guess another kind of rule, sub rule, is you should be able to hear it drunk. Say it and hear it drunk in a loud party. Yes, it's called Sock Professor. It's a YouTube channel. Oh, cool. I'll go check it out. Sock Professor. Great. What, do you want to give me lessons? Eh. People leave those kind of comments. It's like, yeah, you pig. You disgust me. All right, let's head back. We're going to end the episode here pretty soon. I'm trying to keep these under an hour. And this is a good stopping point. So this has been a fun... I really just had a lot of rambling I had to get out. I think I left some threads open. But I do want to, like, finally kind of... I have all these mental blocks about posting on TikTok, even though on Wicklock, which is now Hanksisms, there's plenty. There's plenty of me saying shit with my beard falling out. I'm a little in my facial space about my brain space about my face, and I'm feeling really fat and gross. It really sucks to lose your beard and not be able to like cover your gross neck. Like I'm like the perfect example of why, you know, a beard is such a glorious way to like hide your chub. I really do have a Peter Griffin neck right now. And I'm hard on myself for that, and I shouldn't be. I don't deserve to feel as bad as I do about it. And I know nobody really cares. It's just another guy on the goddamn internet saying, you know, trying to get you to understand that you deserve more time off at your job. That's really like the whole parameters of consent. I'm going to ground Hanksism in the concept of leverage. You know, I want to coin the term vector socialism. What is it? Wait till my first book, Das Kapital, comes out. Okay, see, the jokes write themselves. I thought of that one before. If I can hit it and push through the parts where nobody cares or where I get mean people and stuff, because that's the internet, that's what you get. There's 2 of them over there. 2 husbands. 2 husband-skeetos. Yeah, well, did I make a husband-skeeto mad? then hopefully I'll be able to make some interesting points. And it all depends on the kind of like whether people can tell I'm kidding. But I think part of the joke is the confidence that I'm not kidding. Because I'm not kidding about the topics that I want to talk about, but it just, to me, it's more just like a packaging notion. You know, but it requires bluster. It's a little, you need to be a little blustery for it to sort of come across the right way. But I don't know. Oh, I got a ha-ha-ha guy. Oh, look at them all down there. Look at them all. Let me get out my good missiles. Arrows, they're called. If I knew which one. Ugh. Oh, you survived that? That was a... Oh, they can't make it up here. Up. Oh, you fall down there, did ya, you fool? That's nice. You know you're the bad guy when someone's stranded on the side of a cliff. And you start shooting them with arrows in the back of their neck. Trying to take off their occipital bun. Occipital bun. Leave a comment below if you Googled it. It's another one of those things in the world. It's not dirty, don't worry. It's safe to Google. But I don't want to explain it because it'll be a delight. Hey, man. Oh, turn the tables on you. Yep. Oof, that might have hurt me. I'm in pretty bad shape, actually, in terms of my health. No! I didn't have the stamina to take a swing. Jeez, see? It would have been the club that killed me, but the hubris that got me. Okay. Barely survived that, jeez. Okay. Plenty of rambling I did here. A little insecurity dump, a little security dumping. In the next episode, I've got a bowl of apples. Tune in next time, everybody. We're going to test the farm and maybe look at the kitchen a little bit to start thinking about some stuff, and probably head up to the Mistlands, I guess. Might be doing some work up in the on the terrace too, possibly. But I think Mistlands will probably keep us busy because there's a lot of nuts, a lot of crazy stuff going up there, and I don't want to lose the momentum on where that fits into the playthrough. So, goodbye. Talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.